Okay,
All right.
I'd like to call the meeting of the Human Services Committee to order. Please call the roll.
Chair Swarzy,
Here.
Member Cahill, Member Garcia,
Here.
Member Desart,
Here.
Member Glassy,
Here.
Member LaPlante.
Okay, we have a quorum. We have any public comment?
No public comment.
Okay, do our committee members have any comments they'd like to make this morning yet, at this point? Okay, I just want to mention that I just talked to our finance team. We currently have 44 applications for our small human services grant. And with it winding down this week, they got 9 within the last 24 hours, 9 of those 44. So I imagine over the next few days, they'll probably get even more at that point. So we'll talk more in depth about this at our next meeting.
Oh, is it possible, just because the deadline is Friday, is it possible to get a list of,
I think so.
from each district?
Um,
We'll
just
email
if
it.
you-
I
yeah,
guess we can email it to the committee.
email it to the committee, that'd be great.
What?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
And is it possible also to get, before Friday, a list of any, applications within our district, that might not be filled out correctly, so we still have time to let the, nonprofits know that they have to change it?
We've been letting you know.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
that's kind of.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, guys, we have,
Contacted them.
Okay, got
I'm
it.
sorry, I can't hear.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so we have that, we track that on here. So,
Oh, so you guys
besides,
let them know.
besides for the 9 that we got in the last, 24 hours, all the rest have gotten follow-up, state releasing documentation.
Perfect.
So, yeah, but we'll send it to you.
Thank
That's
you.
on there.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
And along these same lines, Mary Catherine, if obviously you may get some last minute applications over the next few days. So the deadline hits, but those that turn in an application, even if has some errors in it, they'll have the opportunity. They will not have the opportunity.
I know.
Okay.
That's one of the things we agreed upon, like, we did this differently this time was, hey, we're gonna let them know during the period, but we have to have, to
Okay.
meet the schedule of everything that you guys have, we need to like tie it down on.
And I do recall this was mentioned at the Zoom meeting with all the entities that were online there. So,
Yeah.
okay, thank you for clarifying. it. So, please note.
For the record.
Yes.
Thank you. Members LaPlante and Cahill have arrived.
Okay, thank you very much. On to item 5, I'll take a motion to approve item 250908, the Human Services Committee regular meeting minutes from
Second.
Tuesday, March 4th, 2025. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion to approve FIR 5725, acceptance and appropriation of the DuPage Housing Authority Family Self-Sufficiency Program for program year 25,
So moved.
January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025 in the amount of $184,000.
Second.
Any discussion here? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion to approve FIR 5425, acceptance and appropriation of the 51st year of the Community Development Block Grant for program year 25 for the period of April 1st, 2025 through March 31st, 2026 in the amount of $3,744,889.
So moved.
Second,
Any discussion? Yes.
a question
Member
on this,
Garcia.
and I'm so glad that this money has been given. I was a little worried and concerned. I think we all were. Do we have to have this spent for a certain amount of time? Is there any concern of clawback of any of this money?
Well, for a couple of things. First of all, these are planning numbers.
Okay.
So I was going to talk about that in my update, but the continuing resolution, we anticipate, will have the same 2024 funding level. Sometimes with CDBG, there's a little bit of tweak here and there, depending on if there's new communities that have become entitled. And so what we typically do is that and it's pretty routine. The budget that we pass, the acceptance and appropriation that we pass in order to meet the deadline of our April 1st program year is always a planning number. Though we come back if necessary and tweak it if we need to. So we checked with HUD yesterday and we should have our actual numbers in mid-May. They have to run a formula to, I don't know, there's a couple thousand CDBG entitlement communities. And so our exact dollars we'll know in May. But In terms of clawback, your guess is as good as mine. I think, the 2025 budget has been passed, and if these funds are at risk of clawback, then every single dollar of the federal budget is at risk of clawback. So there's nothing, I guess, well, it's discretionary spending as opposed to the, entitlements. So we typically, the CDBG and ESG money, we spend very quickly. The home money takes much longer. We do have projects lined up for this
Right, we have
2025
some
budget.
affordable homes being. done
Yeah,
right
so
now,
we,
right?
we have this, the 2025 money, we have, I think we're proposing the Naperville project, we get the 2025 funding.
Okay.
And so we anticipate that we would spend that pretty quickly. I think there's a 7-year deadline for the home funds to be spent, but we'll spend them much more quickly than that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mary, any other questions on this? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion to approve FIR 5525, acceptance and appropriation of the 37th year of the Emergency Solutions Grant for program year 25 for the
So
period
moved.
April 1st,
Second. 2025
through March 31st, 2026, in the amount of $286,741. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion on FIR 5625, acceptance and appropriation of the 34th year of the Home Investment Partnerships Grant for program year 25 for the period April 1st, 2025 through March 31st, 2026, in the amount of $1,727,602.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I will take a motion on HSR 825, recommendation for the approval of a memorandum of understanding between the Village of Glen Ellen and DuPage County, with DuPage County to act as the responsible entity and perform the environmental review under 24 CFR Part 58 as necessary for Glen Ellen's community
Second.
project funding grant. Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion on HSP 1725, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order issued to Carevoyant Inc. for historical access data license fee for Carevoyant LTC software to reside on DuPage County's file server and support for the period May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026, for a total contract amount not to exceed $55,000.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion here? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion on 250909, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to Yami Fresh to manage beverage and snack vending machines at various locations on county campus at no cost to the county for the period May 5th, 2025 through May 4th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Member Garcia.
Aye.
Member Desart.
Aye.
Member Galassi.
Aye.
Member LaPlante.
Aye.
Member Cahill.
Aye.
Chair Swarzy.
Aye. Thank you. Take a motion on 25910, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to Red Sail Technologies LLC for software and software maintenance for the data system in the pharmacy department for the period May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2026, for a total contract amount not to exceed $19,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion here? Roll call, please.
Member Garcia.
Aye.
Member Desart.
Aye.
Member Galassi.
Aye.
Member LaPlante.
Aye.
Member Cahill.
Aye.
Chair Swarzy.
Aye. Thank you very much. I'll take a motion on 25911, transfer of funds from the IT equipment account to the IT equipment capital lease account in the amount of $320, adding the sub account for leases for the low income home energy assistance program.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And I'll take a motion to receive item 25912, GPN 00525, the 2024 HUD Continuum of Care Program Competition for Planning Year Program Year 26 for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development in the amount of $328,070.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, great. No residency waivers today, so is Janelle online? Oh, Shauna, thank you.
Yep. Good morning. How is everyone?
Good, thank you, thank you.
Just a very quick update. Unfortunately, over the weekend, we did have another positive COVID resident. Fortunately, it is contained. No units are under quarantine at this time, and we continue to do contact tracing. So far, so good with that. IDPH was here and inspected 3 North and has cleared 3 North for occupancy. So there's a lot of excitement here. This week, our residents from the 2nd floor will be moving up to the 3rd floor. So lots of boxes and like I said, lots of excitement about moving to their new space. And then last but not least, just to mark your calendars, on June 27th is the Foundation's annual golf outing. We're real excited. We've gotten a lot of momentum, and so far we have almost 50 golfers signed up for it. I think everyone's excited to have some stability with our weather and some sun, and I know I'm certainly looking forward to having some good times outside soon. So that's all the update I have. Does anyone have any questions?
Any questions for Shauna Berman? Thank you for bringing up the golf outing. I had it written down. I forgot to mention it, so thank you very much for that.
Well, you missed the early bird, so.
Yes, yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. On to community services with Mary Keating.
A couple of things. I'm going to start with Craig, if you would be so kind. So I'm going to start with a really positive thing that we got today, or didn't get today. A couple of days ago, we got a lovely voicemail from a past family self-sufficiency participant, and we've removed her name and phone number, so he's going to play it.
I believe I might have been I know I was in your program. I wanted to call to say thank you for everything you have done for me. I was in your program a long time ago because my son is now 26, and my third son that I had when I was leaving the program is now 18. I'm calling to inform you that this May I'll be walking the stage with my master's in social work at Aurora University. It was because of your program that got me on the right track, helped me get my GED. I got my GED, and then I got my associates as Rasmussen College as a medical assistant. And then I was in school for nursing, and I switched over to social work. And I got my bachelor's last year, and then they offered me a fast track for my master's. So this May 3rd, I'll be walking the stage with my master's degree as a social worker. And I just wanted to say thank you for your program. It was amazing. I always tell everyone about family self-sufficiency and all the great things that you have done. I'm going to be doing a TikTok, so if you see someone with a cap and gown in front of your building, tell people not to worry, because I want people to know that it all started with DuPage County Family Self-Sufficiency Program. Intake was able to find my address, my old address. I live in Joliet now, and I also own my own home. So thank you for everything.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
Wow.
Do you know?
Well, through the Family Self-Sufficiency Program, she would have received that's our long-term case management program. My understanding is that this individual had a very low reading level when she came to us. I believe she had 1 or 2 children at the time. You have to be parenting to be in family self-sufficiency, but along the way got her GED. And then, as you heard, educationally moved all the way up. So family self-sufficiency provides sort of intensive case management, works with individuals on whatever their goals are. And then the case manager and the client meet together at least monthly, just kind of, and then what we do with small amounts of financial assistance is, if you need, we can pay for a car repair, or we can pay for the first week of daycare until you get your checks, or uniforms for, those kinds of things that can really help someone move along. We'll pay for books, those kinds of things. So everybody was just thrilled with that. And I thought, well, we put the grant agreement on the agenda, so perfect timing.
Thank you.
I wanted to start with that one because the other stuff I'm going to talk about isn't all that great. So as I mentioned, the continuing resolution, which is, it is that's better news than not. But there was an announcement recently that they will be cutting 10,000 staff from the Federal Health and Human Services. That includes the elimination of a division called the Administration for Community Living. That's where all of our senior services programming comes through. The press release said that all of those programs will be absorbed into something else, but we don't know who or when or where. HHS also is the agency where our LIHEAP, CSBG, and weatherization funds ultimately come from. So we don't know anything about those programs. They're funded in the 2025 budget, but we don't know what this 25% staffing reduction at HHS, we don't know how that will impact the funds that we get from that federal agency. And then lastly, there's a grant proposal notification. The informational item is about our planning grant for the continuum of care. We haven't received the grant agreement yet, but some of the other community agencies that also get continuum of care funding have received their grant agreements. There's some new language in there this year related to adhering to the various executive orders. And so as soon as we get our agreement, I'll be forwarding that to state's attorney to see if there's any issues that we might run afoul of. So I don't think there is, but it's brand new language. It's been inserted. I think all the agencies are having their attorneys look at it to try and figure out what it means for their operations. But I will be sure that we inform the board if it requires us to change any of our current practices.
Thank you.
Okay.
Any questions?
But wasn't that voicemail great?
No, Mary, Mary, you have to find the TikTok and then link it to the county and social media to promote it.
If I had a TikTok account, I would.
He's got a
I'm sure
TikTok
somebody does.
account.
Yeah,
Somebody does,
yeah.
right?
Anybody
Oh,
under
I saw Brett was sitting
27?
here. Yeah. We'll have Brett keep an eye out for it. We can actually reach, we do know who that person is.
Yeah,
And
ask her to send.
coincidentally, a very good friend of mine is also getting the same degree from the same university the same day. So.
Oh, wow.
And then I told her, oh, one of your classmates, sent us this nice voicemail. She said, well, I have an extra ticket if anybody from the county wants to go to the graduation.
Aw. It's such a
we'll
remarkable
give it-
feeling to be able to know that you changed someone's life for the
Yeah.
better in
Yeah.
such a remarkable
Yeah.
way.
Well, and she's gonna be, she's getting her master's in social work, so she's gonna go on to
Impact.
impact other people the way that our case managers impact her. So,
Right.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Thanks so much.
Mhm.
Mary. Okay. All right, do we have any old business? Seeing none, do we have any new business? Yes.
You know, I just wanted to thank again, Mary Catherine and Connor, who's been here, have been remarkable and worked so hard with the small grant initiative. And, I can't tell you how many times I've reached out to Mary Catherine or had one of the people in my district reach out to me, and then I passed them over to Mary Catherine to help them work through this. And just thank you so much. I mean, the intricacies of this, and I know this small grant is not your full-time job. You've got other things to do, and they've just been.
These guys.
They're-
Okay, never mind, Mary Catherine. You guys, no, Mary Catherine and Connor have been so great, so thank you.
And you guys too.
And you guys too.
When we say Mary Catherine and finance, it's all you guys, so. New business, I just wanted to bring up, I hope everyone can make our next meeting in 2 weeks because there's gonna be a couple presentations that are important. One is potential remodeling of the east wing of our DuPage Care Center, which is not part of the current remodel. And then we're also, we talked I think it was our last meeting, we talked about food. We're gonna have some information on potentially what we're gonna do with food security with the Northern Illinois Food Bank. So we'll have a discussion on that as well. So
And are we gonna be getting those updates soon? Remember, they were gonna be providing monthly updates?
we talked, we had a meeting with Julie Yurko last week, and yes, the answer is yes. So we haven't got it yet, otherwise I'd probably be talking about it right now, but hopefully this next week we'll get something,
Okay.
so. All right, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you very much, everybody.